Well, good morning. It's Ron. Today's August the 4th, 2025. I'm on the final lap of my walk. I say lap, but it's actually 5 miles, okay? In my live stream on Friday, I kind of led you to believe that I might be increasing my mileage or steps. I don't think I'm going to do that. I tried it one day, I think it was Saturday, and I think I pushed just a little bit too hard on that day. So I think 5 miles for my age is a comfortable goal to do. And we're continuing that through the month of August. Now at the end of this video, or the second part of this video, and I put a timestamp in the description, I'm going to give you an update about my parents. So I stepped on the scales this morning, and since Friday, so it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, this is Wednesday, I've lost another 2 pounds. So this morning I was down from 237 to 226, which I'm really excited about. Okay, a few things were different this week. Monday, a couple days ago, I did not walk. Instead, I took the kayak out, and you've seen the video if you're on the channel where I took the kayak out and paddled for about 4 hours. Now, a friend of mine told me that kayaking burns more calories than walking. I'm not sure about all that. If you know anything about that, leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And then yesterday, Tuesday, in addition to my 5 mile walk in the morning, I rode my bike 5 miles one way and 5 miles back to my mom's house to visit with them a little while. And that was really enjoyable. I haven't had the bike out in quite a while, so I really enjoyed that. I might do that more often if the weather stays like this. It's partly cloudy or cloudy this morning, and it's pretty cool out, so it's not too hot at all. Now I did want to touch on the weight situation just a little bit. I feel like my weight, I'm not on a diet, okay? I don't do diets. What I have done is I'm only eating 2 meals a day. I'm eating my breakfast at 9 o'clock, which nowadays is consisted of 3 scrambled eggs in butter, 2 slices of bacon. I put a little cheese in my eggs, little cheddar cheese, 2 slices of bacon, a protein shake, is just milk and my protein powder, and 2 slices of toast with a little butter on them, okay? Those are my carbs, more or less, for the day, the bread, okay? Anyways, that's been my breakfast for the last 3 days. I'm pretty much set on that pattern, and that's at 9 o'clock. And then I do not eat anything until 3 or 4 o'clock. That's usually when we had supper. Now last night we had tacos, and I had 4 crunchy tacos. We made it ourselves at home. Had some sour cream, some cheese, some refried beans on it. I'm sure the refried beans probably had carbs in it. But anyways, you got to eat, okay? Tuesday I made spare ribs in the oven, baked them in the oven slow. I got a video on that, how to do that. Search down through the channel listing, or I'll put a link in the description if you want to know how I make my ribs. We did not have potatoes, but what we did have is 2 vegetables, okay? I'm trying to get away from potatoes because they are starchy and carbs. Anyways, we had, I made carrots. I bought some baby carrots and cooked them myself. And we had some asparagus. Now the asparagus was out of the can, okay? Maybe you can buy whole food asparagus. I don't know if there's a difference in the canned version versus what you buy in the produce section and cook it yourself. If you know, leave me a comment. Now in addition to just eating twice a day and watching my carb intake, I'm not totally off carbs, I'm just watching my intake. I did drop some food, some of my grazing food. Now, I don't know how many calories right off the top of my head. So you know what I'm gonna do? Let's go to Walmart, okay? Let's go to Walmart right now. Okay, I come down here to Walmart where I do my shopping, and I'm going to show you the 4 or 5 things that I have given up in my diet, okay? Number 1, Hershey candy bars. Let's have a look at the labeling on that. So as you can see, each serving is 130 calories and 16 grams of carb. There are 11 servings in this package. You do the math. Plus the cost of $7.50. The next thing I gave up, okay, was sugar, okay, regular old sugar. And you know, when you look at the label on this, okay, it shows it's 30 calories, no carb, no 8 grams of carb. There's 227 servings in that 4-pound bag, and the cost of that is $3.46. And the Cheetos Puffs, okay, they are 160 calories per serving. There's 14 servings in here and 16 grams of carb per serving. Okay, the cost of those is $5.94. So as you can see, the intake that I've lost, that I'm not doing anymore, is adding up quickly. And the Cheez-It Grooves, $5.27 a box. There's 140 calories per serving. There's 17 servings to the box and 20 grams of carbs, okay? So there's some more right there. And then the last thing is cookies. We'll go down here to the cookies. Oreo vanilla was my favorite, and they are so good. Okay, well, let's see what those are. Okay, so the Oreo cookies that I'm showing you on the screen, 160 calories, 25 grams of carbs, and there's 20 servings in a package, about 3 cookies. Okay, I would eat on an average of 3 servings a day of that. Okay, now everything that I've showed you that I've quit eating, I would consume. Oh, by the way, let's see how much the cookies were. We're going to add up the price of all this too. That packet of cookies I had was $5.98. Okay, that was for the party size. Okay, anyways, all that added up. Okay, we're going to add all that up, and I'm going to tell you on the video how many calories and carbs and money I'm saving each week, because I would buy each one of those every week. Well, maybe not the sugar, but definitely once every 2 weeks. Let's just say that I buy everything once every 2 weeks, so about twice a month. Okay, so we're going to do the math on that and report on that in the video. Okay, welcome to Walmart. I did get some graham crackers. Okay, I have one thing I'm still getting. There's 14 servings in a box, and there's 130 calories per serving and 23 grams of carbs. Okay, so I normally only eat about, so it says serving size is 8 crackers. I eat about 4 crackers a day, so it's about 60 calories and 12 grams of carbs from that. Let's go check out and buy these graham crackers. Okay, this is the part where I give you an update on the parents. About 10 days ago, they closed and sold their condominium. That's behind us, okay? Phase 1 of about, I don't know, 10 phases. When I went over to visit yesterday, I hadn't been over there for 3 or 4 or 5 days. My mom starts telling me that they called her from the mobile home place and said they needed them to come down there and pay the balance on the mobile home, but the mobile home wouldn't be ready till the end of October. It's supposed to be here in a couple of weeks. I said, what? I said, my stepdad said, we're gonna get in there and talk to them tomorrow. I said, I think you got your wires crossed. I said, I'm gonna go home and call the sales lady. So I went home and called down there, and here's what I found out. They need for them to pay the balance, which is about $70,000 on the mobile home. We're having a closing on the mobile home this Friday at 1 o'clock. The mobile home is still on schedule to be in Crossville on August the 15th. None of that has changed. The little girl, the sales lady, said, I knew when I talked to your mother that she wasn't understanding what I was saying, but I didn't have another phone number to call. I said, you got my phone number now. I said, you call me, okay? If you got anything going on you need to talk about. I said, and I will relay it to my mother. I said, she's having some trouble right now. Anyways, we got that straightened out. My stepdad was out in the barnyard cutting down an apple tree yesterday with the neighbor, and I went out and told him that I will be up today to visit them and to tell them what we're doing on Friday. We have a closing at 1 o'clock. I'm going to take them with, I'm going to go with them just to make sure they keep things straight. So since they moved, the two times I've visited the new place, my mom's got papers strung all over the place. Old bills, old bank statements, you name it. I have a notion to take my shredder up there and ask her if she wants my help, because my stepdad says she just keeps moving them papers from one table to the other. Well, yesterday she threw an envelope at me and said, here, you look. So I did. Some of the paperwork she's keeping, like an insurance bill from 2021, we don't need to keep that, okay? I wouldn't even keep more than a year's worth myself. But I'm gonna have to go up there and say, hey Mom, you need some help? Do you need me to help you? And let's see what she says, okay? Anyways, that's where we're at with them. We'll have more to talk about after Friday. It's getting real close to the mobile home being delivered to the property. And I'm gonna try to document some of that with some video footage. They gotta do some construction work there. I don't know what they gotta do. Whatever they gotta do for mobile homes. Anyways, that's my update for August the 4th, 2025. I'm on my return leg. This is my last lap for my 5 miles today. Y'all have a nice day, and I'll talk to you later on. Bye. This is the next morning, okay? I wanted to give you a final update on the results from going to Walmart and looking at the food that I had given up since I started this quest. So here's the breakdown. I have 5 things that I had given up that had become bad habits, bad eating habits. Cheetos, the candy, Hershey candy bars, sugar, regular table sugar, cookies, and the Cheez-It grooves, okay? Now, I kind of estimated on my consumption of that stuff because I'm not eating it anymore. I'm not buying it anymore. By not buying that processed food, I'm saving $28.75 plus tax, over $30 off my grocery bill. Now, I may have replaced it with more wholesome foods, but I don't think I did, okay, yet. So I showed you the labels on the video, so I'm going to give you the totals, okay? This is my estimation on a daily consumption basis. All those things was about 1,190 calories a day, more or less, and 174 carbohydrate grams. So the breakdown is this: the Cheetos was 320 calories a day, candy was 260 calories a day, sugar 150, cookies 320 calories, and the Cheez-It grooves about 140 calories. That don't seem right, but that's probably about right. You know, the grams on the Cheetos was 32, candy was 32, sugar was 40, okay, cookies was 50, Oreo cookies, got a lot of carbohydrates in them, and the Cheez-Its was about 20 on a daily basis, okay? So you take that calorie loss, that 1,100, let's be fair about it, okay? Let's just call it 1,000 calories a day that I had given up in junk food. No nutritional value whatsoever. All it had was calories and carbohydrates. Anyways, I get rid of that. I'm walking 5 miles a day, which is about 400 to 500, probably about 400 to be conservative. So about 1,400 calories a day I'm burning. Well, I'm losing, okay? I'm going into a deficit. So you remember in an earlier video, I kind of mentioned, I think I read where 3,500 calories equaled 1 pound of fat. So about, if you do the math, about every 2 to 3 days, I may be losing a pound. Let's say we're being on the on the conservative side. So I'm probably losing about a pound to approximately 2 pounds per week. And that sounds about right to me. Because I started this journey 5 weeks ago and I'm down 11 pounds. So that's about right, okay? So we're gonna keep going with this, and stay tuned now because I'm gonna finish up with the parents saga. To finish up with the parents, this is the second day now because I did go visit them last night. I was there probably about 2.5 hours, sitting there with my mom. She has a stack of papers you would not believe. She's toting this stuff around. And I reminded her about 5 or 6 years ago that she was dealing with the same stack of papers when they lived in that camping trailer next to me. I asked her to let me help her. Did you want me to help you? No, I can do this. I says, Mom, I says, there's a lot of burden here in your brain. I said, you're shuffling these papers around. A lot of the stuff you don't need to keep, okay? Just from what I'm seeing. I said, come over here and sit down on the couch next to me. I pulled up a dining room chair, put it in front of us. I said, okay, we're gonna put the stuff on the chair is gonna be thrown away or shredded. I have a shredder at my house. The stuff I put on the floor, we're gonna keep. So we started going through it. She just started handing me papers. 2021, 2022 receipts. She didn't need to keep, okay? So I made a pretty good dent. My stepdad, he was over there playing his game on the computer and he was watching us over there. And you could tell that he was thinking, you know, I was making some progress with her. Anyways, she had that stack. And I said, okay, that's enough. I said, hey, I found some things you were looking for, Ray. And one of them was her life insurance policy that she has. She has a small life insurance policy. They were looking for that. And they couldn't find it since the move. And we found it yesterday. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is you got to, in order to facilitate helping them, they have to accept the help, okay? My mom has never been that way. But I think I've got a foothold on it now. And once they get that mobile home next door to us and they're closer to us, where I can go visit, you know, a couple times a day if I needed to, without driving too far, which is going to be a big convenience for me, then I should be able to help her even more with stuff like that, because she does need the help, okay? She is diminishing in her cognitive reasoning department, and I think she recognizes it, but she doesn't really say anything about it. One more thing. She was complaining about bug bites at the condominium they sold. The bugs were biting her, this and that, bugs. You know, they had the exterminator in her 2 or 3 times, checked for bed bugs, everything. She has these sores all over her. Well, she finally went to a dermatologist a couple weeks ago, and they did some, whatever the dermatologists do, and they called her yesterday. She does not have bug bites. The dermatologist told her it was nerves. It was her nerves, okay, it was causing this. So, you know, I told her, I said, Mom, you need to calm down, okay? I said, I don't know why you're so high strung. I said, just calm down. Anyways, it wasn't bugs, okay? Yeah, that was one of the reasons she was complaining a lot over there, besides the squirrels, the trees, the dog shitting on the yard, you know. It wasn't even her yard, it was common ground. But the people would pick it up. You know, I don't get it. So I get this update out to you. I reported the date in the beginning of this wrong. It was not August the 4th, it was August the 6th. Today is August the 7th. So this will probably come out on Friday the 8th. That's usually when I've been doing my updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya. Bye-bye.